Line up, you f***ing nerds. Who wants a shot at the champ?
They bring the heat.
Francis Ngannou is the hardest puncher in the history of fighting.
They bring the knowledge.
If you think this fight is going 5 rounds, you are out of your mind.
They bring you the picks.
The dog is getting it done in this one.
We deliver every single week. We're bringing the heat, ladies and gentlemen.
The money line.
Don't miss it on the MMA Experts channel each week. The money line. We are live. We got a little post UFC 314 stream for you and a special guest. I am AJ, joined as always by my guy Mike Finch. What's happening, buddy?
We've got a very special guest today. A guy who I got to meet for the first time years ago and seen him tear up people in the UFC. He is the most dangerous kicker in the game. You want to talk about legs sending people to the cemetery? This is the last guy on earth you want to eat a body kick from. AJ, without further ado, let's do it.
Let's bring him in. The one, the only, Giga Chikadze.
What's up, guys? Good seeing you
What's
here.
up, buddy?
Thanks for having me.
Of course, brother.
Oh.
Good to see you. Thank you for coming through the week before you fight. AJ, normally when we get people, it's not like, 10 days before they fight. What an honor. Thank you, Giga.
Of course, brother. My pleasure.
Let's go. And he's in the sauna. He's getting ready. He's in war mode. Giga's ready to go. I'm excited as hell, man. Yeah, let's go, brother.
One of the biggest things,
sir.
AJ, I've seen as far as this camp goes is you've been training with Classic Fight Team. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it's been pretty awesome. I've been training with Tyler for 2 months already. It's great guy, first of all. Great human being, good coach, great coach. We vibe very well. All we do is the striking out there, and that's what I love. That's what he loves, and we speak the same language. He has a great gym in Classic. Besides that, we've been hitting meets at my house as well. I have a little small gym in my garage, and I just finished the training with him, and was actually one of the best practice I had with him. And yeah, man, Tyler's a great guy. Besides that, I've been doing a lot of training with Cub Swanson at his gym with a new team. A lot of 45ers, 35ers, 55ers, a lot of different faces there, and I feel like that's a great step up for me because a lot of different styles, a lot of different ideas. It's been pretty well, bro.
That's awesome. I mean, Classic Fight Team, a solid team. AJ, I'll just get a text over the weekend. Giga's like, hey, can you get the cage? Because I got Andre Feely coming in. Hey, can I get the cage at UFC Gym Huntington Beach? Because I got Marab coming in. He's got these superstars coming in. AJ's like, oh, can I watch the sparring? AJ lives in Florida, if you don't know. But some awesome sparring, right, AJ?
Yeah, listen, if I was there locally, I'd be stopping by the gym annoying the hell out of you guys, man. That's 100%. Sick, dude. I actually have a question for Giga.
Yeah,
man.
more than welcome. Anytime you're here.
Go.
Yeah,
let's go. I'm gonna make a visit eventually. Mike Finch has offered me the room at the house, everything. It's gonna happen.
I invited him to my home, Giga. We host a show together. He doesn't come. Disrespect, right?
This guy's funny.
But eventually one day.
Eventually. See, Giga gets it, bro. I'm taking my time. I'm letting it merit. The hype is getting bigger as the time goes on for us. Listen, it's gonna be better.
True. Everything needs a time.
But I love that you've been sparring with these different champions. I got to watch a little bit of your sparring with Marab Divashvili, and I was excited. I told AJ right away.
I want you to say his last name again.
Oh God, you're right. He did it to me too. He's like, stop. Divashvili. Yes? Divashvili.
I like that. I know, but it's okay.
No? Oh, shit.
Wait, my turn. All
right, AJ, go ahead.
Divashvili.
Very close to it. Yeah, your version was a little better. Yeah.
Okay. I got it here.
Okay, how you guys say my last name? The Georgians, we have a difficult last name.
Chikadze.
Giga Chikadze.
No.
Chikadze.
Yeah, actually, you know what is that? You guys read great because that's the letter my last name starts is actually Ch, which is not in English. That's why they spell.
Giga's cutting out on me. You seen that
Yeah,
too, AJ?
yeah, I am. I didn't know if it was just on my end. I was letting it play.
Giga, I don't know if you could see us, but we lost you for a second. I'm gonna play Marab correcting me. Okay, this is how it's done.
In the house, Marab Divashvili is back. You have to say my last name good. It's a Dvalishvili. Dvalishvili. Yes. Okay, now I got it right. He came
Dvalishvili.
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 10 out of 10.
That
Marab
was sick.
Dvalishvili. Got it. All right.
We got Giga. You know what it is, bro? He's in the sauna. That phone might be overheating in there.
That phone.
That phone's on fire.
I'm like, yeah, be in a well-lit room, have good Wi-Fi. He's like, brother, I'm in the sauna right now. I'm like, all right. So that phone,
We'll get him in.
phone dived out on us. Giga's got the link. You can come back. Yeah, we got to watch Giga spar Marab Divashvili at the gym, and he's had Andre Feely fly in. So I know he's had good training from this camp. I think that's something that people don't know, AJ, is that he's been out of King's MMA. I mean, let's just say it like
that's a big fact. People don't know about that. Besides, I heard it from you. I haven't heard it through the mainstream circles of media. Yeah, I think that that's a good change too, because one thing I like about Cubs crew is there's a lot of good, like gritty wrestlers there to work with and training with Marab and whatnot.
Yeah,
I'm excited, man, especially with this Onama fight. I know Onama, primary base, I'd say he's heavy-handed, but he definitely has decent athleticism-based game.
Right.
I like this fight a lot coming up next week, man. I'm excited for that breakdown, man. That's gonna be sick, dude.
I've been excited. Yeah, since I watched him spar Marab, I'm like, damn. All right, but I can't give too much away. You can't talk about sparring. Giga could talk about his own sparring.
We can't say nothing.
But we can't say nothing. Exactly. Yeah. So we'll see if the champ gets out of the sauna and hits us back. I just texted him.
Man. He's back right now. He's back. Giga's a
back.
good man. He's back. He's ready to rock, man. We'll
bring him in. And AJ, you kick it off since I stole your question time.
It's all good. It's all good. Giga's back. The champ is back, baby. Let's go, bro.
We thought your phone burned, like gone.
I know.
Too hot.
Yeah, sauna messed it up.
You good, Giga. I got a question for you, man. So you're taking on David Onama. Onama right now, a bit of hype, right? You're seeing heavy-handed guy, good brawler. But we've also seen, Onama show flaws in his game, getting caught by big punches and even getting outworked in grappling. When you see a prospect like this, like what is the approach to this type of matchup here? Because, Onama, relatively younger guy, could see, changes in his game at like a rapid rate and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. He has definitely changes in his game, and I'm seeing how he's upgrading. He used to train in different gym. He moved in Colorado, I think, and now we can see a little bit of the change in his game and new coaches, new team, which has been working pretty good with for him. But unfortunately, now he's facing someone that gonna show his legs in the style, in his fighting style. But gladly he's in with a good team, and after that he can go back and upgrade his weapons again.
Let's go. You got to give him a humbling, but then success later. I understand. I like that guy. I like it.
A good guy. I feel like that he's a good guy, good fighter with a lot of heart. But when I have someone to fight, I don't really like to talk much about his positive things because I'm going there to take everything from him, and after that, I can tell you guys what I think. So what he has good, and what he has bad.
I like that. Now, I'm curious too, like, because you got a lot of fights from the kickboxing to the MMA game. Is it harder for you, like, when you have somebody that maybe you met at an event and you like the guy, you hit it off, as opposed to like when you're like, yo, I hate this guy, I want to knock him out? Do you notice any of like a battle with self with that, or it's just all business?
It's been here and there both, because I have a long career. People describe me as an emotional fighter. So I've been playing with my emotions for a long time. Now, since I'm maturing more, I'm trying to um, rule my emotions and be a little different, mature Giga. But definitely, I've been in the point that I wanted to knock this some motherfucker out like crazy bad, and that's what I did too. You know, it reminds me one of the moment in Glory that one of the guys been talking so much shit about me, and I don't used to it, and he's been sharing the all the some shit videos and coming up that I'm gonna kill Giga, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but end of the day, what happened? I feel like his career ended after that first 1.5 minute.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. That's sick. That's sick.
Giga's the
That's good
type of guy
vengeance.
to end a career, AJ. I
No,
mean,
he is. I know he is. I seen Giga do work, man. Just in the cage and even just hitting the pads and stuff. Scariest kicker, Giga. I'll be honest, man. I would never want to get kicked by you, bro. I'd pay to not get kicked by you, man. The kicks are badass,
I
badass
know.
kicking skills, man.
I told him,
Absolutely
I'm like, we got
incredible.
to film a ninja kick, a Giga kick
You do.
instructional. He had me put a chair in front of the tie bag and kick over the chair. Giga, I've been doing that, man. I still don't have Giga kicks yet, but I'm working on it,
Yeah.
brother. I'm doing my best. Yeah, I'm trying to.
Okay.
I don't
Good.
know,
I
something
believe
with
you,
your
but I
hips and
want to
your
see
legs.
it.
I'll send you a
I want
video.
to see the progress.
I will send you the video. There's a long way to go before I have a Giga kick. Giga, it seems to me like you're in your prime right now. I mean, you're you're still, I think you're in your prime age-wise, but also just watching you spar. It's you look really good in the cage, man. You know, bringing in Andre Fili, bringing in Merab Divashvili. Do you think you've evolved in this time off?
Of course, brother. Of course. I'm right now. I can tell you that I know that I'm an MMA fighter. Till now, I was really like making my changes because coming up from, look, man, I'm a karate kid. I grew up doing karate. I never really planned to go to MMA. And when I got married, I was 18, and I was like, I don't want to be the coach right now. I'm a young, I'm talented kid, I'm a world champion multiple times, European, this, that. And I wanted to get paid and provide my family with my sports, but karate didn't pay shit at the time, so I had to find anything close to it. And that time, the K1 was pretty popular in the whole entire world. And me and my wife, we were like kids, bro. We were like 19 when we moved, traveled in the Netherlands, stayed there, and from the time I became kickboxer, I was getting paid with that money. Then kickboxing didn't pay the dream money, so I had to find another one. Option was boxing and MMA. That's why I moved in US, and I decided later what I was gonna do, boxing or MMA, and I decided that here, I just couldn't give up on my kicks. I knew that these kicks would bring me even more money, so
Let's go.
I stayed in MMA, and but it took me the time because on a high level kickboxer, and I was ranked number one in a featherweight when I left Glory, and I had the title fight on the line, but I had a 3-year contract to sign, so I didn't sign the deal, and that's why I moved to MMA to follow my dreams, to make more money, and it took some time. I had to learn the grappling. I had to learn the wrestling, jiu-jitsu. So
Yep.
I did all that. It took time. Definitely took time. First, I thought I was just gonna move here and knock everybody's head, but people really loved me too much, so they hugged me. They, all the wrestlers and grapplers, they hugged me too much. So I
They're
had to.
all gonna
I
want to
had
hug
to.
you, Giga. Every fight they want to give you a hug, Giga. But
I
you've
know. I
seen
know.
Poatan, Alex Pereira do it. I think you're the Alex Pereira featherweight.
Huh?
I think I was doing before Alex Pereira. I would like to
True.
being called by myself the name Giga than rather than Alex. But no disrespect to him, he's a great athlete, great achievements. But that's who I am.
Let's go.
100%. Different
We got
style.
jokes in chat real quick. I got to bring up.
Go
We
ahead.
got Trevbot. He said, Giga, please tell me you're not wearing shorts, bro. He's for $199. This guy's funny as Trevbot. He's a menace, bro.
Giga's at home. He can wear what he wants.
Actually, I'm wearing the shorts. New sponsor right here, guys. Soon we're gonna
Nice.
announce it. It's
Oh.
yes, something cool is coming up.
Let's go.
Awesome.
That's right.
Hey, did you watch the fights on Saturday? Did you see that 145-pound title get switched back to Alexander Volkanovski? And what did you think about the fight?
I did watch a pretty cool fight. I feel like the both fighters looked great. I would love to have a chance to fight them. Hopefully, after this fight, either we'll see. I don't want to go too far right now because I do have definitely the dangerous opponent, and my goal is to take his head off in there. And after that, I'm gonna have a nice call out. So we'll see. First thing first.
I
A
like
nice
it.
call out. Did you see? He just flagged that,
There we
AJ. Should we
Nice
ask him or
call out.
no? What do you think?
I don't, and only if he wants to tell us, man. I ain't gonna put, I know Giga, he might have something up his sleeve. I'm gonna let him do his thing. It's up to Giga.
Wow.
All I'm gonna say that whatever you can think of right now, whatever the hype is going, that's my call out right now. So
Okay.
not gonna
I
call the
think,
name. And...
does it look similar? Is this what I'm thinking? Is this the call out right here? Yeah, I know what he's talking about. I like that.
Yo.
I like that. That's very smart. That's very smart.
That would be
That's-
good.
That would be good.
That
That's a
would
really
be
good call. I like that.
What
That's-
what did you think
What's
about
up?
Bryce Mitchell versus Gene Silva?
Pretty impressive, bro. Championship level fight. I would love to. Yeah, pretty cool.
That
I
was
think
cool.
he'd knock Flat Earth out too, for the record. But yeah, pretty cool fight. And then I'm on a roll. Patty Pimblett versus Michael Chandler, brother. I thought Michael Chandler would win. I keep doubting Patty Pimblett.
You're
I
a
don't know,
Patty
maybe he's-
hater, fan.
maybe
What the
it's 'cause he
hell?
looks like a 16-year-old boy. I don't know. You thought Patty would win, Giga?
I thought, bro. I thought because I know how the things work. Michael Chandler. Pretty exciting for the first few minutes, but I feel like that Pat is bringing the money to UFC right now. That's what the UFC likes to have it. All the business likes to have it, and that was the right timing for Patty. Other than that, if it was a few years ago, I don't think the Patty would pull that fight.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Chandler's a little beaten up now. I feel like he got some miles on him, taking some hard camps, took the layoff too, dreaming of the McGregor fight. It didn't happen. Yeah, I think Patty's good. I like Patty versus Oliveira, man. I know, some people love it, some people hate it, but I feel like, name value wise, like you said, business loves him. Oliveira's a star too. Winner fights for the belt. Boom. Call me the matchmaker, bro. They got to give me the side
Yeah,
job. Man.
let's see what happens, brother. In featherweight and lightweight, so many changes. All the rankings is changing every single day. I don't know who's the champion here, who's the champion there. So it's pretty interesting time for that weight divisions. And gladly I'm here, and hopefully in this crazy time I can pull something nice for me.
Well, he's
like
got
that.
a fight with David Onama next Saturday. Giga, can you drop the official prediction? You're on a channel where people like to bet on fights. Now, maybe you don't bet. I don't know if you do, but what do you see happening next Saturday?
Before my fight, I don't like to announce because I've had people messaging me. I bet this amount of money. I bet that amount of money.
That's not your
Most of the
problem.
time, I made people happy, but there was a moment that people were upset, and I got a couple of upset messages. But definitely, I'm going there in the fight to win the fight. I'm bringing my family first time to experience. My kid's gonna be there, and you guys can expect some fires from me. Hopefully, he shows up with the fire mode, and we're gonna have a crazy show for the fans. Hopefully, just the performance of the night. If not, fight of the night too.
Let's go. I like that.
I think so, but I don't know, man. I think Giga knockout is my pick. I'll drop my pick right now. I believe that Giga Chikadze will create separation with Onama. I think Onama's going to try to panic wrestle. I think he's going to try to shoot on you, and that you're going to get off the fence and knock him out. I think Giga's boxing's underrated. His overall game is underrated. And as soon as you start worrying about anything else, he could slam that shin into your head. I could see a head kick or body kick. Giga knockout is my pick.
I'm gonna add that something that I see a lot of changes in his style because he moved to the gym that they concentrate on a lot of grappling, and also they are great on strategy. So I don't see him coming up and striking with me. So, like you said, try to wrestle, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he's
you
gonna.
debate that all
I
day.
like that. How do you feel about being? I mean, I don't think the odds matter to you, but I see a question in chat. They're asking, how do you feel about being the underdog leading into this fight? Like, do you ever look at the
Oh,
odds?
I'm an underdog right now because I
Slight
think I was the
underdog.
favorite. Oh
I think he
shit!
opened
Okay, I'm gonna bet money too. Damn, let's
Yeah.
go. Oh, I cannot, right? Oh, damn. I
They
have to
don't
figure
let you
out.
anymore, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the rules at least. I don't know.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slight
That's
under. I
okay.
think plus 125 last time I looked here. So
Is that right?
$100, you get 125 in your initial back. Let's see.
Oh wow, wow.
Double
It's
check.
pretty interesting to me. Nice. I
Oh
like that.
no, plus 158 actually. So 1.5
Even
times
bigger, huh?
underdog. Yeah.
I
Cool.
mean, we pick
That's cool.
underdogs and win all the time,
All the
Giga.
time.
In this sport,
All
all
the
the
time.
time.
I
All the
We
love
time.
can
it. I
name.
love it. All my life being underdog. That's my
Yes.
life, brother.
Let's go. I like that, Kiga. This is
100%.
good.
AJ,
excited,
I'm
man.
gonna let him go in a second. I have one more. You got one more?
Look, I'm just happy to have Giga here. As long as he wants to stay, so I'm very happy to
I'm
have him,
gonna
bro.
head soon, brother. But
Yeah,
yeah,
man. No
okay.
problem at all, my
Give
brother.
it
Yeah,
to me.
My
Finch,
last one. We had a fundraiser at the gym, okay, for Knockout Cancer. Why is your nickname, your Instagram handle? Why Knockout Cancer?
As you know, but maybe the people don't know, but I have a charity fund called Knockout Cancer. My mom passed away from cancer, and that's was the reason why me and my family we started the charity. And it's been first a very small charity fund because of our experience, what we experienced, and that was the hardest time of my life. We had to figure out a lot of financial support for medical bills. And after that, whatever we could, even a small part would go to charity to help someone. And slowly we just grow, the UFC being supportive for this charity as well, big time, and a lot of different people. And um, yeah, so I appreciate all the people who supports it because no one gets any cent from this charity fund. No, there is no anything that me or my family or any member puts in their pocket. Everything goes straight to the people that really need some money.
That's really nice, man.
Awesome. AJ, Giga's really about it, man. I
Yeah.
absolutely love the dedication to it. What a great way to honor your mother as well.
Thank you, bro.
And I'm always rooting for you every time you step in that
I
cage.
appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most dangerous striker in the UFC, a guy who will break your ribs, a guy who will take your liver, a man who we are really excited to see back in the octagon. He's ranked number 12 right now. He's on the hunt for the belt. Ladies and gentlemen, the great and powerful Giga Chikadze. Thank you for coming, Giga.
Let's go. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.
Giga, thank you for being here, my brother.
Oh, of course. Take care, bro.
Take care, brother. Hey, Trevbot,
Awesome.
your question, luckily Finchman's gonna have a good answer for it. He's got you. Giga had to go. I knew he was getting ready to leave, Trevbot, and sorry we couldn't bring you in. He said, listen, I gotta say he's gonna be at 139, bro. They're gonna get him at bantamweight. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, you cutting weight already? Giga, what is the best way to train my Giga kick besides kicking my family members? They are weak training partners. Well, I have two little sisters. They're actually badasses. But I had the same problem as a kid, okay? I'd freaking throw one on the couch. They'd be like, let me go, right? So I had to train with friends too. So what he told me was to put a chair in front of a tie bag and learn to get up and over the chair. So the back of the chair is facing away from the bag. You got to learn to get your knee high. So you got to get your groin warmed up properly. You got to be able to get your knee up and then rotate the hips over. And the crashing, the rotating of the hips is how you slam your core, your glutes, everything into the bag. You're not throwing your leg, you're throwing your body. I taught a kickboxing class with him, which was awesome. And my second answer is I actually want to work with Giga on an instructional. He's already verbally agreed to it, but we'll make it official. And we want to do a Giga kick instructional and put that out too. So Trevbot, you'll be the first one I'll send it to. All right. Learn
Let's
how to
go.
kick like Giga.
Moneyline should donate. Listen, I would love to, man. We should get a link and drop it in, man. I honestly didn't realize that he had the charity. I don't know why. I don't know if I didn't hear it. I didn't even know. That's good to know, though. Yeah, it's probably in his Instagram. I can check for you.
It literally is knockout cancer. His Instagram tag. Poker 363. Easy on the Giga Glaze, Finch. That was a little much. That's my boy. All right. First of all, training partners, Kings MMA. Secondly, see him all the time at the gym. Good dude. Literally, his Instagram handle is a charity for his mother. It's a good dude. And you might be mentioning the most dangerous. I can't think of somebody else, even at heavyweight, who I'd rather take, a body kick from than, or I should switch that. Giga's the worst guy to take a body kick from. So, speaking facts in a kind way. That's my boy.
Yeah. Oh, Giga's a gangster, man. Really, I like Giga a lot. Him coming on the show, he's very easy to talk to. It was like good energy all the way through. And I don't know, man. It was just really fun, man.
Good dude. Good dude. And AJ told me to leak him the sparring footage of him and Marab. So Venmo at Mike Finch MMA. If the number's big enough, maybe you'll get a maybe you'll get a file. We'll see what's up.
We'll get a file, bro. He's selling it. This guy. Holy shit. Well, that was an absolute blast to bring Giga on. Okay. And I will say I couldn't find the link to his charity, but if you look up maybe Knockout Cancer, we could find it. And yeah, I'm planning on, I should probably drop him a little dono next week for it as well. I think that'd be nice during the stream. Let's see. I think we got it here. Is this it?
I'm looking at his Instagram.
Cancer. Let's see.
Giga.
I'm trying to find it. The one I want to make sure it's the right one because I see a couple with a similar name. This is Giga's here, I believe. Knockout Cancer Foundation. Got it right here, man.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You know what I've got? Revenge of the Sith tickets, son. They're back in the movie theater. Let's go. Star Wars. God. It's almost May 4th.
Oh my gosh, it's almost May 4th. And Mike, the people are dropping some crap at you. You see the $5?
Yeah, let's run it.
At least he's shitting on you with $5, to be fair.
Yeah, thank you. Here's $5. Gave bad lay last show. Lay? What am I laying, bro? What are you talking about? I'm not joining.
You didn't do a good job with
premium group. Really wanted to join. Brother, week before last, #1 picks on the entire internet. Okay. Right. All of the shows, #1 picks. I never have said I was perfect. I've never actually told anybody what to bet on. I'm just telling you what I bet on. And fuck yeah, I had the worst card of the year. Okay. But the worst card of the year for me. I had the worst card of the year for me. But now I got to go make the money back. So if you don't want to make money, that's cool. I started out with $300 in a betting account. I made $3,000. Then I took the $300 out. Now it's just like funny money. I just fucking, I'm betting every single week and I'm trying to run that number up. And if you want to see the bets, you do. If you don't, I put out the full card anyway. So, if you feel like jumping on the train after we win a couple in a row again, feel free. But I still had a few. I had Michael Chandler and Patty Pimblett over 1.5. I had now I'm forgetting the fucking card at this point. But I had a few. Yeah. I made some money.
Not every week's perfect.
Over by Chandler. Okay. And Lopez didn't quite get it. You want to break down the fights?
Yeah, I want to go through everything. I want to talk about every fight. Let's reflect on what went down this past Saturday. Since there's no UFC this week, I think it's a good time for a little back and forth recap. Volkanovski, first and foremost, just a freaking round of applause. Wow. At 36, becomes the first guy ever at the lower weight classes to capture gold, especially for a second time now. And he looked pretty close to prime Volk. I'll say this. I think he's 80 to 90% of what he once was. Still good enough to handle the majority. Diego Lopez, tough as fuck. Chin is made of absolute iron because Volk hit him with everything, including the kitchen sink. Mm-hmm. And Diego Lopez just keeps coming forward. But what I noticed about Diego Lopez, he has this tendency to like cock his right hand, load and throw, delays the shot by, enough of a percentage of time where like Volk is reading. I mean, the one big one he landed, he put Volk on his ass, but missing a lot of right hands, lacking a jab, not having a big variance of technique, kind of this chasing Volk around for a lot of the fight. Had a couple big moments, but if you look at the fight as a whole, you know, it's substantially more successful moments for Volkanovski with a couple big bursts by Lopez throughout. In that second and that fourth round, those are really the two moments that he had. I think Volk looked very crisp and technical, and he looked precise and accurate and in phenomenal shape. And I feel as though this was a skillful performance where it made us say, oh shit, he's still here. And it made us maybe a little more real on what Diego Lopez brings to the table. I think in the minds of the many, we had seen Diego Lopez's explosive knockout power in the Ortega fight. Even though he didn't knock him out, the knockdown early, the ability to close distance, it seemed as though he would have a strike speed advantage, which when they actually got in the cage, Volkanovski was faster than him. Were you pretty surprised at how the fight looked too, Finch?
Well, Volkanovski did the thing that I criticized him for doing, which is he pulls out with his chin up sometimes, and he did it multiple times. He did it many times. And when Diego would try to catch him, it took too long to get to the target. Volkanovski could control him with his footwork and his timing. So when Volkanovski wouldn't bang with him, when he was just point fighting him, he was doing fine. You know, it's up to Diego Lopez to parry that jab, to move his head better, to be able to use his feet to get in and out, to not load up on his shots as AJ just said. So it's one of those where I believe Diego Lopez will be better from this fight. I think that he's going to learn. He's going to watch that and see how Volk was pulling out sometimes. Oh, my God, if I would have just pushed off my back foot and stepped into that left hook, if I would have just feinted to get him to set really quick and then thrown that left hook, there was, you know, he was, as all professional sports, you know, at a high level comes down to sometimes inches away, you know, so small misses, this and that. He can shore those things up. I think he could see that he's not that far away from being an elite fighter, even a champion. So Volk was better. The better man won. Volk did, you know, he couldn't take him down as the fight went on, but Volk did show that he's still there. He's not in his prime. He's not in his prime. I agree with you. You could see that, but he's such a smart competitor. You know, Volkanovski is a winner, and he found a way to win.
Yeah, he did. He finds ways to win and proved a lot of people wrong, even though he was the favorite according to the betting lines. I think majority of people were like, yo, Diego Lopez can handle business here. And no, Volkanovski remains on top of the throne. And I'm curious your thoughts on this, Mike. Volkanovski has a clear-cut top contender in Movsar Evloev potentially coming up next, but there's rumblings of like a Gene Silva trying to shoot for the belt. Even
Yair Rodriguez.
Yair Rodriguez saying he wants the rematch. I have a hard time selling anything but Movsar simply because of Movsar's resume of successful wins. Yes, maybe lackluster in some of the fights and you know, not extremely dominant throughout, but 19-0 as a pro, undefeated in the UFC. Beat Diego Lopez, regardless. I know it was short notice and whatnot, but hasn't lost since that point. Like, do you think that Movsar should be next in line, or you think it's okay if they skip past him?
I don't care. Movsar is talking about another fight in May, I guess. And I don't know if you've seen Volkanovski's reaction to this, but he's like, I want to fight before Yair wants to fight. Yair is like looking at, or at least the one that would make sense would be Mexico in September. Volk's like, I want to fight in July and then September.
Yeah, Volk's crazy.
He's fucking crazy. But I get what he's doing too. He's like, I'm 36. I don't want to be, you know, 39 still in this cage, right? So let's do it now, you know? And he's sitting there with a broken hand and a busted up face from a fucking war he got into with one tough Mexican.
Yes.
I think that he should probably wait till September, but you know, what are we in? So we got May, June, July.
We're April 16th right now.
September. A little over 5 months, 5 to 6 months.
September makes sense to me.
Yeah, that wouldn't be crazy, bro. He just got in a war, you know.
Right.
But he's sitting there night of the fight, like, yeah, I want to fight in July. Like, all right, bro, and September. So he wants to fight. He wants to fight like Movsar in July, and then turn around and fight Yair Rodriguez or something like that in September. And then I mean, you know, let's talk about it. You know, now that he's gone, especially. Giga just said he wanted to call out Gene Silva.
I like that. That's
I like
badass.
that, dog. If
That's a
Giga
smart
gets some-
call, though.
Yeah, if Giga gets some knockout or something, some head kick, you know,
If he gets a KO, he's in the mix for that fight.
and then calls out Jean Silva. Am I saying Jean Silva?
I mean, Americans say Jean. You might say
I
Jean
say Jean, but
Silva.
I've heard more people now
Jean
say
Silva. Jean
Jean
Silva.
Silva.
Jean Silva.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck?
You know, but yeah,
Yeah.
Silva's you know, that would be cool.
That would be cool. Interesting fights on the horizon. I feel like it's going to be Volk versus Movzar, but maybe not. And if it's not Volk versus Movzar, Gene Silva has the hype to get it, but he doesn't have the resume. He's got one ranked win over Volk, or excuse me, win over Bryce Mitchell, not a win over Volk. Did I just predict the future? Is Gene Silva knock out Volkanovski or something
Oh
like
my
that?
god,
Crazy?
that'd be crazy. Depends on when, man. You know, I think Volk's
Yeah.
gonna fade here eventually. Trevbot says Movsar beats Volk, in my opinion. I think Volk's a pretty bad matchup for him, honestly. I think Volk's a pretty bad matchup for these like wrestler boxers, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
Volk's
Movzar's not that dominant either. Like, he's a good wrestler, but he's been taken down too.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, do I see him wrestle fucking Volkanovski? I don't know, man. It's hard to imagine anybody wrestle fucking him.
The
Ooh.
good thing I hit Silva sub. Yeah, it's a wild call.
That's a
Silva
great
sub
play.
was wild, bro.
That's a wild man.
Good job.
That's a menace to society type play, dude.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting sub. The
Mhm.
club was there.
The club was everybody expected.
Yeah, yeah.
The sub, though. Shit.
That was the parlay. Oh yeah, that's what hit for me. My parlay, which was a unit parlay. It was Gene Silva and it was Tulio in the prelims.
funny.
Ching.
It's a good lock parlay.
Boom. So yeah, I think Volkanovski looked pretty good. I think you got to give the man respect.
Yeah.
Respect to the Volk.
Respect to the Volk. Let's keep going down. Patty the Batty, Michael Chandler, Finch. I think that I will say you have been a little anti-Patty, but it was because of that Jared Gordon fight you got really turned off. And then I think there's also your innate love for Chandler, following him through Bellator and his entertainment style. Absolutely.
I have
It's
no
there.
problem picking against Chandler, bro. I've picked against Chandler all.
But those guys
through the
talk about
UFC.
Oliveira, Gaethje, Poirier. It's easy to pick against him
Gaethje,
again.
picked Poirier, picked Oliveira. I got no
Yeah.
problem fading Chandler.
Patty the Batty looked really good. Hands are quick. Chin is live. Grappling skills are strong. Jiu-jitsu is sick. Ground and pounds heavy. He fucked Michael Chandler up, dude. He beat the
fucked
shit
Michael
out of
Chandler
him.
up. Yeah, I should start with the flowers. He fucked Michael Chandler
He
up,
fucked him
dude.
up.
Yeah, when he got the top of it, when Michael Chandler fell off of his back in such Michael Chandler fashion, bro.
He's got no jits.
Down. He's
Yeah.
got no shits. He's got no
Oh.
shits. And he looked 38.
Yeah.
But when Patty got on top of him, man, he just started racking him. First 3 minutes of that fight, it looked like Michael Chandler was about to pitch a shutout. It looked like Patty was flat. Patty looked like, just bored. I don't know. It looked like Forrest Griffin. You know how Forrest walks out and starts getting beat up for the first couple minutes?
That's
It was
Forrest
like
Griffin.
that.
Huh?
It was like, Chandler was in a good stance and moving well, and Patty was just looked nervous to me. And then as the fight wore on, as Chandler started, he would hit a takedown. He would defend a takedown. He was looking good. But as they started wearing, Patty would get on top, or Patty would land a kick or hit him with a shot and just start accumulating on him, man. It was just like Michael Chandler. He looked old to me. I think Michael Chandler looked like shit to me. And I think Michael Chandler, people are saying Volk's out of his prime. Michael Chandler's out of his prime, dude. I'd fade Michael Chandler in a lot more fights now that I just saw that performance. A lot more,
I would fade him against a shitload of guys right now.
After that performance, bro.
No, I can just throw a name. I'm gonna throw a name out there. You going Michael Chandler or you going Mateusz Gamrot?
Gamrot.
Yeah,
Big time. Big time going Gamrot. Joel Alvarez. Probably Joel Alvarez.
Fuck, I'm thinking Alvarez might knock him out too at this rate.
Yeah.
And that's number 15, bro. We're looking all the way down. What about Benny Dariush, though? Maybe he catches Benny. I don't know, though. Benny might knock him out.
Benny's cool. I like that. Benny's going to have full gray hair by the time fight night comes. That's okay. Him and Benny makes sense. But Michael Chandler, 38 years old, and it's not surprising. 38-year-old lightweights aren't that successful. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to rewatch the fight again and, try to really assess what I think of Patty the Batty. I'll give you a couple things. Definitely in the best shape I've ever seen him. for sure.
He looks shredded and jacked, dude.
Look shredded.
Muscle on him.
Yep. Yep. Jiu-jitsu's always been really solid. It's better than ever, probably. Even Gilbert Burns complimented his jiu-jitsu, which I take pretty highly. And then his striking, he still, especially early in the fight, looked vulnerable to me. But had no problem dealing with Michael Chandler. It was pretty explosive. So I saw that the UFC posted a thing. Which fight do you want to see more? And the #1 voted fight was Paddy Pimblett versus Charles Oliveira.
That's the one.
Bro, I don't rate him that high. But
he's gonna beat Charles Oliveira, right?
Yeah, really?
He's gonna upset him. Let me tell you, man. I think Charles is getting towards that final run as well. And we saw a little a little hesitancy maybe in the Chandler fight, right? It took him a long time. There was moments where he didn't look great. He wrestle fucked him. His grappling slick. But I'll tell you this. I always say this with Charles Oliveira. If you got a guy who can crack him and can follow him to the ground, I always worry about him. You look at his wins. Dustin Poirier, slick, powerful fucking boxer, but never great at jiu-jitsu. Decent. Has some jits. Justin Gaethje, heavy-handed, nasty leg kicks, no ground skills. Michael Chandler, even the other, championship win for Oliveira, powerful, heavy-handed, great wrestling, doesn't have great offensive grappling, doesn't have great ground and pound, hits hard, but also a little reckless. Charles Oliveira was in a good back and forth fight against Arman Tsarukyan, but Tsarukyan, he's not a big dude for the lightweight division. To be fair, he's 5'7", right? Paddy Pimblett got a decent frame on him. He looked big against Michael Chandler. That's what I thought. I'm like, okay, Paddy's like a good size dude at 155 pounds. He's filled into the frame. Like when he came in at first, he was a former flyweight. So in the back, I'm like, oh, maybe not. But bro, Paddy, he's 5'10", but like he's every bit of 5'10". You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys say 5'10", they're 5'9", 5'8". He's legit like 5'10", 5'11". I think that I think he might beat Oliveira, bro. Like at this Oliveira now, it's do I want to say it's father time? It's like Oliveira has had some magical moments, but I feel like that damn last fight against Chandler, I thought to myself, okay, he won, but he is 35. And it's like, Paddy Pimblett hungry, hasn't been there yet. Kind of the perfect timing for the matchup for Paddy to thrive. Paddy now versus Oliveira pre-Makhachev fight. Hey, different conversation. That could go differently. But Paddy now versus him, I think he beats Oliveira, bro.
Nah, bro. I think I'm fading him.
You're gonna go. Listen, Finch is gonna fade Paddy when that Oliveira fight comes.
I'm gonna fade Paddy till the end of fucking time.
He
I don't know. I'm not. I want to do everything I can and not be biased. So again, I will rewatch the fight. I do think his striking looked better, his physicality looked better. He's competing at a higher level. Was able to finish the fight. All good signs. Charles Oliveira is 35, but that's not 38. Charles Oliveira, world championship material. Michael Chandler wasn't, etc. So it is a legitimate step up. I'll have to assess it. But I think Paddy is a 6 out of 10 striking still. 5 out of 10 wrestling. His jiu-jitsu is really nice. If you let him get on top of you, you're kind of fucked because that's like 9 out of 10. That's very good. And he's got good instincts too. And he's fucking hyped up, man. I feel like whoever they give to him, bro, should go across the pond. They should have to fight him with the Scousers in the stands. You know what I mean?
Bro, they don't want it. They don't want that smoke over there.
Hey, I think Charles Oliveira, they should make his ass fly over and they should make him deal with that, maybe London crowd.
Oh, dude, I think dream card right now.
Right.
John Jones, Aspinall.
Right.
Paddy versus Oliveira in the UK. They're not going to do it. Jones ain't going to fight in the UK, but that would be fucking sensational. That would be fucking sick.
Sensational.
100%. 5-round fight too. I need 5-rounders only for Paddy Pimblett, not some 3-round bullshit. I need 5 rounds because I don't know. Whenever it's 3 rounds, I always feel like with big fights, it's like inconclusive. It's like, all right, like I want to see a final touch to this, So yeah, definitely 5.
And you know what? He looked like a 5-round fighter to me. I believe that Paddy Pimblett actually could thrive in 5 rounds. When I saw him before, I was like, okay, he kind of seems to slow down. Paddy seems to gas. Didn't look tired to me.
No, he didn't look tired. Do you think Chandler's retiring? What do you think realistically is next for Michael Chandler?
Nah, he's gonna try a money fight. I mean, bro,
McGregor dream.
McGregor's coming back. Why not?
That's
Right?
the fight. McGregor's just letting Chandler get fucked up as much as possible, and now he's like, all right, I'll fight him after all the wounds, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Let him get over that 100,000-mile mark, and then
Yeah, nah, he's fucking beating the old car. I mean, listen, who the fuck isn't gonna watch it? We'll all still tune in. Everybody hates McGregor, but when McGregor's booked, everybody and their fucking grandma's watching the fucking
gonna
card.
watch.
It is what it is. It's a McGregor fight. I just don't know, man, with Conor. I don't know. It's like, as much as I would say, yeah, it's just when you have so much money that it like doesn't make it. That fight, what's he gonna make? $10 million to fight Michael Chandler, maybe? What's that 10 million when he's already making more with his businesses and shit? It's like that money's nothing for him.
It's not about money. Yeah.
It's got to be about.
I don't think Conor fights again.
I'm feeling the same type of way. I think it's kind of like the Conor pipe dream is gone and done. Guys, also, we're at 70 likes, chat. Listen, you guys want a Ripski from the boy? We'll do one. 100 likes, we'll make it happen.
Hey.
100 like Ripski for the. I haven't taken a rip all day. I've been sober, Sally. I wanted to be sober all day because I knew I'd be up. It'd be 12 o'clock. I got a little sunburn right now. I'm fucking burnt like a crisp. You know what I'm saying? Fucking look like Larry the Lobster's fucking twin brother or something like that today. So I'm sober, Sally. But if you guys want the rip, I'll do it 100 likes. I want to go down to the next one, Finch. This next one that we had, this was everybody's fucking fight of the card. Was this one or was it this one? Now I'm forgetting. No, it was this one first. We had a different order earlier in the week.
Of course, we have to do this one first.
Yeah. Yair versus Pitbull. Listen, I'm going to say it. I think a little too late for Patricio. He got fucking handled by Yair Rodriguez, man. He got his ass handed to him. I really thought he would look better. I thought he would land takedowns. I thought he would close the gap better. Yair's kick seems to throw his flow. Yair's hands look quick. Yair looked good in all areas. He dominated the fight. Pitbull had that cool armbar attempt at the end. It's like I saw glimpses of the Pitbull we knew and loved from Bellator. But bro, you know how much shit Pitbull, he sucks. The casuals that never watched him in Bellator will forever have that fight as the view of him. He was special, but it's just Father Time is, taking its toll, unfortunately.
And well, a couple things to say. Well, first off, let me just say that armbar, bro. I picked I went with wild card plus 700 Patricio Pitbull via submission. Boom, he extends his hips, that armbar. I'm like, oh. And sure enough, Yair finds his way out, man. Those long arms I thought might get snatched up. I was really thinking the guillotine was the problem for Yair, but Patricio never was in a position to hit it. I think the biggest issue was that Patricio was too patient, very patient, That's a little more doable in a 5-round fight. It worked for him against AJ McKee in the second fight. He used that karate stance, like stayed real patient out there. But in a 3-round fight, UFC debut, Yair Rodriguez, you got to explode on him. You know what I mean? You got to hurt Yair. You got to make him respect you. It was just not enough. I felt like he didn't leave it all in the cage. As somebody who's seen a bunch of Patricio Pitbull fights cage side, he can hit the gas. This guy is a drag race sprint car. When he hits the gas and he bombs on somebody, he could break jaws. He did not have those moments. And so my assessment is that his UFC debut and him being, is it 37?
37, yeah.
He was too patient. So decent performance from Yair Rodriguez. I wasn't that impressed. I don't think he deserved a title shot against Volk. No.
I'll say no title shot, but still a good win.
Yeah. I think Yair Rodriguez versus Diego Lopez, Mexico.
Perfect.
Fuck yeah.
Perfect fight.
Sign it.
Why stress out? Yeah, perfect.
What are we waiting for?
Noche UFC, that's a main card banger. Everybody's gonna watch. Like
they got beef.
Sad. Yeah, they got beef. Let's squash it and let's go to war in Mexico.
100%.
What about Patricio Pitbull versus Dan Ige?
Yeah, why not? Yeah,
that's
why
cool,
not?
Right?
Yeah, let me think. So Patricio Pitbull. God, he can fight at any weight too, bro. Like, it doesn't even have to be 45. Patricio's fought at 3 different weight classes. He don't give a fuck. Yeah, I feel like he should take on another 37-year-old,
Right.
featherweight. That makes sense.
I think Dan Ige is actually only 33. Isn't that, are you surprised? It's just because he got so many fights, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think Patricio Pitbull in a fun fight at 45 would make sense.
Yeah.
I think Patricio Pitbull versus one of those Mexicans is great too. Diego Lopez, be sick, Fuck yeah. I mean, how is that a bad fight? But the obvious thing for me, AJ, just got to leave more out there in a 3-round fight. I think he's had a lot of 5-round fights. You got to make that adjustment.
Do you think that Pitbull gets a UFC win against somebody in the top 15?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think it's a strategy problem. Now, I agree with you. He's not young.
Yeah.
And it's an issue when you're, especially in the lighter divisions. With that being said, I mean, very high level jiu-jitsu, good wrestling, solid striking. There's no obvious holes. And, it's pretty hard to put him away. So, no, I think he's competitive in the UFC. But I mean, I think you hit definitely this nail on the head. It would have been nice to get him 5 years ago.
It would have been, because you would have saw that true ability of what he really is capable of. I don't know, man. I'm kind of in a weird spot with him because I think the Dan Ige fight's cool because it could be someone lower ranked to maybe have a big performance against. And Patricio goes out there and really handles a Dan Ige. And it's like, okay, shit, like he still got something. But let's say you give him somebody a little tougher. Let's say he did Diego Lopez and Diego Lopez knocks him out. Then it's like, okay, the UFC career is coming to a halt quick. Or even you give him Josh Emmett, he gets clipped. You give him somebody like Aljamain Sterling, he gets wrestle fucked. I kind of like the idea of being like, okay, you know what, Pitbull, let's give you a fight against somebody ranked, but it's going to be a step back. We're going to give you a little, he's coming off a win though, but a little step back instead of like, let's throw him into the fire, top 8 again. I feel like he needs to someone towards the back end of the rankings.
I agree. Yeah. Come on. Let's see a good fight.
Yeah.
Who's at the back end of the rankings who's 37 at 145?
I can check for you. Let's see. I mean, I guess, I don't know if Calvin Cater's 37 years old, but there's Calvin Cater, there's Dan Ige at the back end. Then Giga's at 12 right there, and he's fighting Onama.
Dan Ige was an interesting one. That makes sense.
I feel like the Dan Ige fight's cool.
Yeah, fuck it.
I like that matchup. Let's get it.
Jose Aldo?
Jose Aldo's at 35, though. If he can cut down, does he do 35?
Patricio could move, man. Patricio has done 55, 45, and 35.
The only worry is he a little rough at 35 with Pettis, though. He got outgunned all 5 rounds. I feel like does the weight cut hurt him and then, detrimental? I don't know.
45 is his weight class.
Yeah. I like the idea, though, of the Ige fight. Let's give him a chance. But if, whatever happens out, if Ige did put him out, then we know Pitbull's finest hour was several hours before he got to the damn UFC, man. Let's keep it. Let's go.
A special fighter. Cool to see him in the UFC.
Yeah.
Luckily, we're going to get a couple of Bellator fighters who are in their prime. One of them is named Aaron Pico. For those of you that don't know, Aaron Pico is the most exciting fighter in mixed martial arts. I got to sit cage side when he fought Justin J. Train Gonzalez. I could hear those body shots ringing through my head. I mean, when he cracks somebody, the way he turns his hips into his shots, it is vicious. He is a vicious fighter. His wrestling is extremely high level, a real prodigy, and his striking is wicked. He tries to put everybody out. Everybody he fights, he is trying to separate you from consciousness. They were going to do Evloev and Aaron Pico. Apparently, Evloev's team has turned that down. Aaron Pico in the UFC is awesome.
Honestly, good move on the part of Team Evloev because you give somebody a shot against the top-ranking guy out the gate. And to be fair, Aaron Pico stylistically is a rough matchup. He's got heavy hands, good wrestling. Yep. Aaron Pico is like, people don't know, man. He made his fucking debut against a guy that was like 7-2, 7-3. And yeah, he lost. Then he went on a tear. He's taking some L's. And like people, bro, I see it on Twitter. They throw all his losses in a compilation. I'm like, dog, he made his debut against guys that could fucking fight and were like actually getting wins. Whereas like no diss on the great and powerful Habib, but like Habib was fighting fucking bums to start and build himself up. Pico fought good competition only. Off rip.
I don't know how much inside information it is at this point. So, and I didn't hear it directly from, so whatever, I'll just say it. The rumor is that Aaron Pico's management wanted big money. and that the matchups that they were offering Aaron were sort of warm-up matchups, and that, you know, he's 1-0, he fights somebody else who's 1-0, he's 2-0, he fights somebody else who's 2-0. You kind of work your way up. Well, Aaron Pico's management was like, no, we want big money now. And they're like, all right, if you want big money now, we're going to give you these matchups. And so the people who signed on for those bigger money fights were these veterans. That's the rumor I heard. Whether that's true or not, I do not know. I genuinely do not know. But the matchmaking was ridiculous. And, you know, whoever's decision that was to make those fights for Aaron did him a great disservice.
Honestly, because he took some rough L's, you know, earlier on. Because Aaron Pico, I remember the debut. Like, this is, you remember, bro. Of course, you remember. You were there when Bellator was at its heyday. There was a true competitor to the UFC. I'm trying to give PFL a chance, Finch. I've been watching this season, and it's not bad. It's not bad. Like, it's okay, but definitely doesn't have that same oomph that a prime Bellator or a prime Strikeforce really had. You know, it's just kind of pride. All the at least even like, yeah, WEC days doesn't have that same oomph factor. But listen, bro, debut was against an 8-2 Zach Freeman, bro, and he beat Leandro Higo in his 5th MMA fight, bro. Higo was just in the fucking main event of the PFL card last Friday, and that was his 5th pro fight, man. So respect to Aaron Pico, man. The guy's an absolute G.
And just fun to watch. I would call it a high risk, high reward style. He'll go in there and try to break you down. But as a fan, this is awesome news.
Kind of like the Gaethje vibes, you know, going to war, but I don't know, has something different. It's going to be good.
With like really special talent of wrestling, you know? Yeah. It's Justin Gaethje who can hit takedowns on anybody. It's dope.
I'm excited for Pico's debut, man. I think this is going to be pretty badass. Let's keep running through this card real quick before the sad day for Pitbull. It was a great day on the side of Gene Silva, but a rough day. Finch, I told you if Bryce Mitchell wins, I was going to become a flat earther, but I will trust the globes. I believe in the
earth
globes.
Is still round.
Listen, I think if Bryce Mitchell won, that would be enough evidence for me because Gene Silva's a monster. I just take it as blind faith. But Gene Silva going out there and winning proved its point. You know, it's just, listen, it is what it is.
Are you surprised? No. Come on, folks. Bryce Mitchell striking wasn't ready for that. No. And I'm surprised about the submission, though. You know, club and sub. Very nice performance from Gene Silva. What an emotional dude. I mean, just you saw the adrenaline flowing through him. He's up on the fence barking. In the post-fight interview backstage, he's crying to pregnant Megan Levy. The dude is very, very emotional. I think that'll be his downfall. You know, I saw some people. Who said it? Somebody was saying on one of these post-fight shows was saying that they believe that he'll be the champ someday. I'm not that convinced. You know, I could see him getting countered. I could see him having some issues with high-level wrestling. However, he's a great talent and he's fun to watch. I think the UFC is blessed to have him for sure. These fights are awesome.
Yeah, it's a gift. And I just had a crazy vision. Gene Silva, Aaron Pico. Oh. Holy fuck.
They'll go to war. They'll go to war. Crazy. Yeah, they'll go to fucking war. Aaron Pico really stands out with the wrestling, you know? I mean, he techs him in a wrestling match. Yeah. Who at home knows what it means to tech someone in a wrestling match? I think he techs him. I think that Aaron Pico is, you know, special in that way. Striking wise, I mean, holy shit, those exchanges would be crazy. Somebody's getting put out if they start going to war, you know?
Yeah. I don't think we're ready for that yet, though. Let's get Pico a debut first and all.
I'm interested to see what it is. I think he's a pretty bad matchup for Evloev, but that's a high place to start. Like, does the UFC have to do him like that too? Like, damn. Like, can we get Aaron Pico a fight that makes sense, you know? How are we back on Aaron Pico? Gene Silva looked good.
Gene Silva looked good, man. What are we doing, though? Are we put him in there against Josh Emmett? Going for the Bryce Mitchell killers against one another? Do you give him a Lerone Murphy? He's calling for a title fight, but I think it's a stretch. I think he needs another win.
I think we let Giga Chikadze get this head kick knockout on next Saturday against
Okay.
David Onama. And
Okay.
then Giga's going to call out Gene Silva and he's going to bark, woof, woof, woof. And then they're going to make that fucking fight happen. Gene Silva versus Giga Chikadze.
That would be that would be lit. That would be lit. I hope it comes to fruition.
Yeah,
I
Gene
like the
ain't cheating
striker
on him.
fight.
They're going to war.
No,
He's
they're going to
fucking
war. That's violence. For Bryce Mitchell, gets choked out. Looked okay in the stand-up in moments. I think we know the level that Bryce had. He looks okay. He was throwing some nice leg kicks. He was attacking with that lead side leg kick to the knee.
Bro.
He got handled.
I think he looks
He was
vulnerable.
in survival. He was vulnerable. He's in survival mode the whole time.
Yeah.
He threw some right hands. He touched him a couple times. He threw.
I like Dana's take. It's like, you know, you got to respect Bryce as a man. Like,
Yeah.
As a man, like, takes a tough matchup, you know, shows up, really believes in himself, goes out there, fights his ass off. Like, that was Bryce Mitchell at his best, man. That's he went to war. He believed, you know. So, like, yeah, as a man, you got to respect it. But how many times do I got to see Bryce looking up at the lights at the end of the fight, you know? You know, he's got a lot of fans, but I don't think he's that level, you know? I don't think he's that level. You know, beating Chrome Gracie was not going to tell me that he could deal with this level, right? So he deserved to be an underdog like that. It actually closed like 2-1 on fight night.
Oh, wow.
I was looking like, damn, I should have waited to bet, you know?
Yeah.
It was like 2-1. So, you know, I did bet on it. I did Gene Silva and I did Tulio, but yeah, big performance by Gene. I am not surprised. I was about to do a George St. Pierre. I am not impressed by your performance. No, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers. That's the one I was looking for.
I don't even know who to give Bryce Mitchell. He's in a weird spot. He got
Low,
booted from the
man.
rankings with this loss, too.
Low. Give him low.
How low can we go, though?
Aaron
I
Pico.
mean, are you trying to get fucking Bryce Mitchell killed? Are you trying to get? Are you seriously trying to get him killed? What the hell? You said give him lighter matchups. Then fucking we're gonna give him Pico?
Shit. Oh shit.
Can wrestle and can crack? Holy shit, man!
Yo, no. But you know what? With all that crazy shit he said, Aaron Pico versus Bryce Mitchell at UFC 316 going down, folks.
All right, there we go. The Finch man's call. I think the direction I'm pushing him down, I'm looking at the rankings. You know, it would be cool to watch him fight maybe somebody like a Chepe Mariscal. That'd be a cool matchup for him. I like that type of direction. Even like a Nathaniel Wood.
Nathaniel Wood's better. Chepe? Bro. You're gonna put Chepe on him? Is that any better? Jesus Christ.
It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. At least, you know, Chepe's not like one punch power guy. He's more volume.
Was that worse? Jesus
Maybe.
Christ. I got Chepe, dog. Nathaniel Wood, I like that. Yeah, something like that. Something like
Nathaniel
that.
Wood's a cool fight for Bryce.
Let him
like
bounce
that.
back, you know? He talked some, said some crazy shit. Got knocked the fuck out again. You know,
Choked the
choked
fuck
out, I should say.
Still
Yeah,
put out. He went to bed.
Yeah, I think looking up at the lights was the right way to say it.
I
You
know
know,
lights his money. Yeah.
fucking, you know, looking at the
Staring
lights
right up.
again. Like, how many times I gotta see Bryce Mitchell looking at the light? So, yeah, give him a reasonable fight. You know, you should also say this. A lot of talk about Bryce Mitchell. There was a lot of buzz around Bryce Mitchell on this card. A lot.
He's a star. He's a star, man. I think I'm gonna actually take a philosophy class with Bryce Mitchell at the local university in Arkansas.
I don't have the same history just because I don't share the same history.
He's amen. Amen to him. God bless him. Bryce Mitchell and AJ dropping $299 as a casual for other orgs. Who is Aaron Pico? That's funny. Aaron Pico is a dangerous guy. That's all you gotta know.
Just type in Aaron Pico highlights. You're welcome.
It's an enjoyable style. He's a good
Big
fighter.
shots. He trains over at Jackson Wink in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Like a phenomenal kid wrestler, like a 16-year-old phenom wrestler. Competed at a very high level early on, was thought to be this future Olympic wrestler, ends up, just going all in on MMA as a teenager, and has had some wicked knockouts and had some stupid matchups where he won some of them, but crazy mismanagement, just some bizarre shit for sure. And yeah, a good dude, you know, just sitting in the Bellator bus with him after the fights or whatever. Just a humble, good person, a guy to root for sure. And as I said, no bullshit. The most exciting fighter. Anytime Aaron Pico's on a card, I'm jazzed.
Yeah, agreed. Agree with the Finch, man. Let's go. Let's talk about this damn first fight on the main card. The Reyes resurgence continues as he flatlines Krylov in the first round. He looked lightning quick. He looked on point. The left hand was money. Holy hell. Nikita Krylov, I mean, they're hyping up his karate credentials and he gets flatlined like that, man. Wasn't a good look for karate and shit. Krylov never been put on his face like that. Like, he never got dropped like that ever before. Reyes looked quick. And I start thinking in my head, I'm like, is it crazy to think Reyes could handle a Khalil Roundtree? Is it crazy if Reyes knocks out a Jamal Hill? Like, I think Dom Reyes is fucking definitely in the mix amongst the higher levels, man.
I mean, it doesn't, I mean, you know, how have I ever said something nice about the light heavyweight division? How about that? It's exciting.
That's fair.
It doesn't take that much to get in the mix at light heavyweight. And Dom's done it. You know, we talked about it in the breakdowns. You know, and I think it's right. It's like, you know, the one thing Nikita couldn't do was get outboxed by Dom Reyes, because that is where he works. And he did, man. He got caught with big shots. And Dom Reyes can put people out. You know, he's looked really good. Power to him. What a cool comeback. He looked nervous, man. You know, he was standing there. He had his hands up like before, like 30 seconds before they're going to start the fight. He already had his hand like, all right, bro, you don't have to put your hands up yet, man. He's not quite in range yet, Dom, but Dom was ready to fucking rock, dude. And you could see the euphoria after getting pulled off by the referee. Very cool to see. Very cool comeback. I don't know if you saw the UFC posted his high school yearbook quote.
I saw that.
You did see that? Where
Yeah.
it's like, it's not about the losses, it's about how you respond or whatever.
Yeah.
Here he is, 3-fight win streak again.
Let's go. Shout out to Dom Reyes on a tear. Shout out AJ for $2.99. Unpopular opinion: Steve Garcia sleeps Chepe. Actually, that happened on the regional circuit. So.
And so did Joe Anderson Brito. And that was where I first learned about Joe Anderson Brito. You know, I'm sure you guys know that for those of you who watch the show, that Chepe worked for me at UFC Gym River North. And yeah, Joe Anderson Brito ended up putting him out a year or two after that. AJ, I won't have time for the prelims, but you got one more you want to talk about?
I wanted to bring this up real quick. Rest in peace to Vittori's brother, who passed away. Tragic accident. He was involved in a house fire. Real shit, yeah.
Marvin Vittori?
His brother, yeah, his brother.
Jesus.
Yeah, man.
Jesus.
Young, too. Young. 20s, 29. Yeah. Sad.
That is really
Rest
sad.
in peace to him. Condolences to Vittori, man.
Wow. That's a tough way to go. Yeah. Rest in peace to his brother. We're talking in Italy?
I don't know actually where it was. I would presume, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just hearing about this now. So, yeah. All the best to the Vittoris. That is a really tragic thing, especially young. His brother. Jesus.
Yeah. Rough, man.
Well, that's a fucked up note to end on, but I'm glad
we won't fully end on. We won't. Guys, listen, we're close to 100 likes. I know you guys want me to close out the show.
Do you want him to smoke or not, folks?
Do it. We're 20 likes away. I got one more for you, Finch. I think we should just cover this fight.
Yeah.
Because there's a middleweight prospect who looked damn good, Marco Tullio, who handled business against Tresean Gore. His striking looked absolutely terrifying. He did get clipped by a big shot, was able to recover. This shit was reminding me of Drago versus Apollo Creed. The way that Gore's face was beaten up. When they called the fight off, I was grateful because I was worried about Gore taking some serious fucking damage. He was getting cracked with everything. Tullio's got a crazy arsenal of weapons too. My God.
I mean, everybody was like, oh, he's been banging Norma Dumont. He's not going to be focused. He already won in life because he's got big booty, so he doesn't really want the title anymore. What the fuck are y'all talking about? I slammed that money line with, Didn't slam Norma. Chill. That money line with Jean Silva. Now he's French all of a sudden.
Jin.
Jean Silva. Gene. All right, like I'm from Arkansas. Gene Silva. I believe that that's a real prospect. Very entertaining. Exactly what the middleweight division needs. A standout performance. I like that he had to overcome adversity. Perfect. Yeah, very impressive shit. And again, I'm not surprised. That one was, yeah, that set the night off right, man. They fucking entertained, right? You had all these politicians, Ted Cruz, Donald Trump. Is Elon Musk a politician right now? They had all these people there, right? That was a good card to fucking watch. That was a good live card to watch.
That was good. That was a sick card to watch live for the people, man. Tulio versus Shara Bullet is a sick fight, Vulture. I like that. I like that a lot.
I like that, man. We got to see where Shara's at after that MVP performance, you know? So Tulio, Shara Bullet, AJ with the matchmaking, bro. That's it.
Listen, I think I should have the matchmaker hat on the side, UFC. Give me a buzz. Listen, we'll handle business. Great shirt. Thank you, bro, for 6 months. AJ, just got it. You look, you need to take a nap, bro. You look out of it. We'll wait up for you. I'm wide awake. What are you talking about, man? I'm wide awake.
I got hit up by an MMA promotion to do commentary. So nothing signed yet, but maybe next week I'll have news for y'all. So AJ, the matchmaker, but your boy's getting back on the mic for commentary. Super excited about that.
Can we have slight discussion? UFC Fight Pass? UFC Fight Pass?
Go on. What?
Is it a UFC Fight Pass promotion? That's all I want to ask.
Come on, man. Let me sign the dotted line, please. Can I sign the fucking dotted line?
Can you blink twice if it's on UFC Fight Pass?
They're like, why are you talking about it on Moneyline, man? Blah, blah, blah. You know, that'd be terrible, right?
Is it GFL?
How about GFL getting canceled? Alan Belcher's like, it's a scam. Like, holy shit.
And that's one of their guys who's, a major part of it saying it's a scam. He's right. They said, you know what they offered him, bro? Well, we won't give you a set salary. We'll just give you revenue share. Revenue share. We'll give you revenue share. Listen, we'll give you revenue share. They try to use the example of, listen, in Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks took the revenue share of the, you know what I'm saying, the box office, and look how much money it made him.
Oh, my God.
That was their pitch. I need 100 likes, chat. We're at 89. Will you guys stop being cheap with the likes? I want to close the show with a Ripski, man. The hell, chat?
What are we fucking around for?
Right.
What are we fucking around?
What the hell? I'm doing a live tomorrow before I go on vacation for you guys. You can't get 100 likes for us with Giga Chikadze. Finch is getting ready to bail. He's got to go. I can see it. He's dipping out, bro. He's falling asleep on me, man. He's falling asleep. I just
liked it. We're at 93. Can we get 7 more?
93.
I'm watching the live. Let's go.
The disrespect.
Run it up. We got 100 and I see 177 on my phone. Is that true?
It's 180 people, man.
Quit fucking around, folks.
A lot of them are watching on the TVs, bro. They said, nah, they ain't doing it.
Who has this on and they're on the toilet and they're too far away from the fucking phone?
They can't reach it.
Get the fucking phone. Do it. 7 likes. 98. We need 2 more.
98?
2 more.
Do we close out with 98? It is what it is, man. Maybe just take
the drum roll. Ready for the drum roll?
Big Bang Bosh. Do the people do it? They told me to go fuck myself, I think. They said AJ.
Going down.
Now it's at 91. Now we broke 100, actually. Wow, thank you. I'll give you guys a rip right now. CBD line.
Do it. Apparently, I got a nice Saturday set up for myself, so I'll have to.
Do I get details after the show at least between you and I?
How am I supposed to say that? Then I'm just leaking it to individuals, bro. What the fuck?
You're right. No details.
Hey, I'm not allowed to say this. All right, so off air, you going to tell me that? Like what?
No, he won't tell me none.
You're trying to get my fucking what do they call it for the government? Your clearance, your security clearance.
We'll get him locked. Finch is getting arrested this weekend.
Come on, bro. Can't revoke my security clearance.
Don't take it away. Listen, chat. We appreciate you, man. I'll be live tomorrow afternoon. Finch, no show tonight. I don't think.
It's there's no most confident predictions to drop. I will be looking at that BKFC card. I will be looking at the UFC card and doing a little early analysis. I definitely want to give a shout out to Giga Chikadze for coming on the show today. Giga's the fucking man. He's the second person, and Marab first, to tell me I'm not saying Marab's last name right. So Divashvili.
Vivolishvili, brother. He said
Vivolishvili?
Vivolishvili, brother.
Somebody's at home like
Vivolishvili.
these motherfuckers. So I will work on that, Giga. My apologies. And Giga's the man. So you saw he invited AJ to come and jump in on sparring. You guys all saw that, right?
I was sick. Yeah.
You guys all saw that, right? So
That's sick.
all right, AJ, next training camp, you're coming out this summer.
Let's go.
And I want to square you up with Giga. All right.
Yeah, get me in the fucking hockey gear. Wait, Giga on ice? We doing on ice? Give me the skates. He can't kick me. I might live.
No, if he kicks you with an ice skate, it's over, bro.
The ice skate. I hope he can't skate. I don't know. They skating in Georgia?
Ice skate across the throat. Holy
fuck.
shit.
No, there's a guy who died from that.
I saw that. Yeah, he grabbed his neck or whatever. Didn't he live though?
Maybe he lived. Maybe
that
he
was
lived.
an old one where the guy slit his throat with the ice skate and he grabbed. I think he lived, bro.
He lived.
Sure they got paramedics there. But that'll be cool. And I'll get you guys some footage with Giga. I mean, I already said it. I want to do his instructional and we'll make it cool. We'll film it behind the scenes of the instructional and all that. And just Godspeed to him, man. Good dude. Donate to knock out cancer.
Donate to the boy. We got some donos to close out. KZ, thank you for 15 months of membership. Waiting for Jones, Aspinall, Duplessis, Hamzat, Islam, Ilya, Ankalaev, Yuri, Pantoja, Cop, Big W, AJ, and Finch. Like and subscribe. You're a gangster. I'm bringing this laptop with me for my vacation in case they drop some crazy news and we have to do like a news reaction live stream or something like that. So yeah, I can't just fucking vacation with nothing, bro. Thank you, KZ. Halftime. Thank you for $4.99. Finch eats the sneakers bar upside down to get the vein texture on his tongue. I don't know where we're going with this. Sneakers, but I think he's shitting on you. Halftime shitting on you, Finch. I'll be honest, I wouldn't have read it for you if I wouldn't have fucking realized that at the end.
I actually have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, son. The internet's a wild place, AJ.
It's a wild
Does that
place,
make any fucking sense?
I don't know. At least he threw $4.99 to say some chaotic shit.
$4.99, you piece of shit.
If you're gonna talk reckless, at least pay us. That's kind of like the rule. If you want to pay,
you're gonna talk shit.
Yeah,
exactly.
Thank you guys. We appreciate you all.
I do.
Sick bastards. Love you guys. Peace out. Talk soon. Bye bye.